Speed training. It's how Advanced Auto Parts trains our staff to get you the right part even faster.
Not bad.
The parts you need, even faster. Advanced Auto Parts. Service is our best part. Next!
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hello and welcome to the ISCA Super Cup Series. We are here tonight in beautiful sunny Phoenix as we're getting ready to kick off a duel in the desert. I'm your host, Big Al. I'll be getting you through the ups and downs, the thin and thicks of it. Back behind the booth, we got my main man, Kobe Jordan, and he'll be pushing those buttons, making us come in and out as we need to. And James Watson, he'll be right beside me here, giving us the color commentary along with his supreme analytics. James, how goes it tonight?
I don't know if supreme analytics is what I would describe it. I would go with lukewarm commentary, but anything that so it's going to be a lot hotter than lukewarm here at Phoenix. You know, we're right here in the hot part of the desert, got all that dry heat and the heat of a championship battle. It's the championship race. Everything comes down to this, Big Al.
And four souls are coming here tonight, and they're going to battle. They're going to duel it out, and those four drivers are going to be Sean Signor, Vincent Crowe, Mark Sanchez, and Kenny Powell. These are going to be the guys, and they're going to be battling out at this 1 mile track here in Avondale. Get the track facts back. That was too slow. Yeah, there we go. Got 7 sets of tires through 3 stages, 41. And it is not going to be 703 and 95. 7 sets of tires, 95 laps there on the fuel range. Air temp 72, track temp 79 degrees. Wind 12 miles an hour out of partly cloudy skies out of the northwest. Now let's take a look at the points. The points don't matter. Only thing that matters here is how you finish. Right now, you'll see Vincent Crowe sitting perched on top of the board with 7 wins, 17 top fives, and 65 playoff points. Next, his teammate Sean Signor, 7 wins also with 18 top fives and 50 playoff points. Kenny Powell sits with 2 wins, 14 top fives, 19 playoff points, and Mark Sanchez with the goose egg on the wins, 15 top fives, and 9 playoff points. Sanchez definitely looking to try to get in the winner's column here tonight. That's what he is going to be seeking, and I think, well, who knows? He might just be able to pull that off, James. James, this is definitely a tricky track. We've seen this track in multiple configurations, at least 2. Tonight is going to be the newest of those 2, and it's going to offer a couple of challenges there for drivers that'll be looking to try to make it around this thing here and try to make haste. So what are you thinking? You got any pointers for us? What can we expect?
Yeah, that's the thing about Phoenix is there's going to be a lot of lanes that you can use. The whole track is paved, especially the dog leg. It's so wonderfully paved. It's so cool. It's certainly not something that I've criticized many times over the last decade plus, but because of that, you've got a lot of viable lanes and areas to go, and you're going to see everyone use all those lanes. You're going to see 3, 4, maybe even 5 wide as we go on into the corner, especially on starts and restarts. That's where all the action is going to happen. It's going to be insane.
It's definitely going to be insane. And like I said, we're going to be right here through the thick and thin of it, man, trying to make sense of it all. 12 drivers signed up here. That's a pretty good sized field for us. So hopefully we'll have plenty of excitement down there. Watching the guys on the leaderboard, Mark Sanchez actually fastest overall here as we're wrapping up warm-up, getting ready to kick it straight into qualifying. Qualifying transitions happen in time now. Red flag on the racetrack. Fun. Daddy has not taken our T-Bird away. He actually gave us a Mustang. And I'm super excited, man. This is the last race here of the season. And no matter what, I said this multiple times before, no matter how you shake this stick, no matter how you throw it, no matter how it lands, we're going to have a new champion crowned here in the ISCA. And that's happened in time now tonight. That's where it's going to be as we're watching there, that Greg Wachinski. Actually, that's Vincent Crowe there running around that racetrack there, putting in his first lap times. We're watching intently here. Also got the 7 getting ready to take off, as well as the 24. Yep.
Yeah, it's the culmination of months and months of hard work, hard racing, coming down to just 200 miles more to bring it all home.
Yeah, watching Kenny Powell now putting his laps down. So far, Vincent Crowe, the only driver to put down a lap time. So he is going to be up front, up tight. Looking like we're going to have at least 6 cars, half the field going to be qualifying. Sean Signor now, he's across the line. He's going to be fastest for a minute. It's Crowe down with his 2nd lap now. That's definitely going to best the field. Here's Signor with his 2nd.
Yeah, Sean about half a tenth off.
Watching Powell and Zelenka also getting their time in. It's qualifying almost actually over here. Looks like we got one late taker there at 45. He is going to be out making a run. See Randy Drumhiller also on the racetrack, getting his time in. Here comes Sanchez, another driver that we're hoping to have a bona fide qualified time. And actually Mark's sitting on top of that seat right now.
Yeah, he jumped straight up to the top. Look at that lap time. Only one in the sevens. Oh, and Jay Haney jumps up. He's on the front row. These are the only two in the eights.
Yeah, actually, both the marks were in the sevens. So go, Mark. Laying it down.
Mark trying to. Sorry, Big Al. I was just going to say, Mark trying to pull off the Matt Craft.
Definitely got it good, man. That's awesome qualifying run for these guys. Got that 45 there. He is just running around. Tell you what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and take a step away, get some words from our sponsors here, and then we'll be back with the lineup and tonight's race.
Drivers, start your engines!
And we are back. Remember, like, subscribe, ring that bell. Hey, we need all the follows and likes that we can get here. Let's go ahead and run through our lineup here real quick. And then once we get that done, we'll execute our picks. They're on that pole P1 starting positions, none other than Mark Sanchez with Jay Haney lining up beside him in P2. P3 is going to be Vincent Crow and John Signori on his outside. Next row is going to be Kenny Powell. He'll have Bacon and Zelenka lined up on his outside. Then we're going to have Randy Drumhiller lined up beside Shane Parrish in 8th place. 9th place is going to show Greg Wachinski. Paul Olson rounds up the top 10. And then you're going to have Jay Collins and David Gervais rounding out this 12-car field here tonight as we're getting ready to kick this off. And I'm going to tell you what, the seats are empty because everyone here is on their feet. James, you can feel the excitement vibrating through the microphone. Let's pick our picks. Let's go ahead and show who we picked to win this thing tonight. We'll go ahead and start with Kangaroo Boy down under. Kobe, who you got?
This week I've decided to go with none other than Sean Signori. I did want to go to Vincent Crow, but I was hanging out in the driver's lounge before the race, and apparently his wheel is busted. He's running an old G27, which doesn't have Windows 11 support. So, as much as I'd like to see Vinny win, I don't think he's going to be the man. So my backup driver, Sean Signori. What about you, Big Al?
Let's go ahead and go with Watto. James, what you got, buddy?
I'm going to go ahead and pick Mark Sanchez. I think the being able to make it in on points, that's a dangerous player. You know, it takes a lot of skill and consistency to still get enough points to make it in, even if you're not able to break through in victory lane. And, you know, so far it's looking good since he just dropped the heater that got him on the pole tonight.
Yeah, I think something is not right because I remember when I came in, I picked Sean, and Kobe said, "No, I already picked him," because Kobe had the pick session before he actually asked us. And I said, "Okay, give me Kenny," and then he said, "Okay," and then you came in and said you picked Kenny, and I said, "Okay, that's great," because I wanted to go with Mark. Now you're saying you got Mark, and I've got Kenny.
Yeah, you picked it. You
Mark.
picked him first. I don't want to take your pick. That ain't nice.
That's what. This is.
I don't want to take stuff from my friend.
We're not friends. We're not friends. We're co-commentators.
Okay,
Can't
I
be
see how
friends
it
with
is then.
Well, you took Mark. You took my Mark from me and gave me Kenny. I mean, friends don't give friends Kennys.
And yep, we've all just been fired from ISCA. All right, well, that was fun.
All right, that was fun, man. Waiting to get this thing kicked off. Tell us who your picks are tonight. Who are you thinking is going to go ahead and win this thing? Let's go ahead and do the keys to the race real quick. Throttle control. That's definitely going to. James, go ahead and talk through these keys for us, man. You run through them.
Yes, sir. The keys are going to be first one, throttle control. It's very easy to dump the throttle here. You're keeping a high rate of speed, and this track gets real sideways, especially off of turn 2. So if you're not careful, you're going to go around. Save those tires, not just the rears, but the fronts. This track being a flat track and carrying a lot of speed into the corners, it's really easy to burn the right front off too, especially since here in Phoenix, we're racing on the surface of the sun. Be careful across the dog leg. This car doesn't quite like the dog leg, it's not really designed for it. So if you're not careful, it might snap on you. And it may end up with you snapping right up into the wall and suffering a very, very catastrophic crash.
Yeah. Not might start. Not might snap. Will snap. It will snap. I promise you that. I've seen it. I filmed it. I watched it. I rode it. I drove it. It just snaps. Right? Just like that. Picks done, lineup gone through. Now we're just waiting on the drivers to get ready to kick this thing off. Pace car is going to be guiding us through and around this racetrack with its new configuration. That start-finish line being pushed way back, so the drivers are going to be on their own recognizance for quite some while there, waiting on that green flag to fly. Last couple of drivers actually starting to load up. Now we're all full. One driver pulling over, I believe that's Vincent Crow. We're going to the end of the line, both Jay Hooney and Vincent Crow. Wow, way to take yourself off for that. Man, that's interesting because Haney and Crow were second and third. Now they're all the way moved to the back. So Phil's going to come closer together. Pace car's off. Lights off. Sanchez has the helm. He's leading them through that long, drawn-out run here, waiting on that green flag any minute. And there it is. Not yet. Still waiting, coming around the corner here. 4 green flags out. Sanchez gone. Not wasting any time. Getting a strong run here, leading the field across. Speaking of coming across, got one guy coming across underneath. I believe that was Shane Parrish. He's going to duck down under the inside of Kenny Powell.
And Kenny fight hard with Bacon right now. Oh,
Yes.
Bacon. Oh, Bacon squeezed him. Oh, boy. Oh, we're looking to be 3 wide here. Kenny backs out.
Yeah, he's not done yet, putting that nose right in there. Kenny making sure the 45 feels his displeasure with the move that was made. Probably feels that he got squeezed just a little bit too much. Shane Parrish now, he's been throwing that 66 forward up into the mix as we got ourselves a four-way shootout. Powell is going to come right up behind Zelenka, and that right there is going to stack the order for us. We got Mark Sanchez, Mark the man, leading the way. Sean Signori coming in a close second. These guys doing what needs to be done up front where they should be. I don't know if they're going to have that much breathing room, that much elbow room here all night, but that's what they're getting right now. This is a four-way championship shootout. You are getting to see it first live right here tonight. Sanchez still doing what he needs to do to lead out front, keeping that car down on that solid yellow line. Now he comes down the backstretch. Feeling pretty good. Sean going to look to the inside. Nothing there. 45 comes in just a little bit hot. He's got to watch himself. He might be losing his spot to the 24 as Kenny comes to the inside. Not going to give an inch. And, he turns.
There's contact!
Oh, but he's straightening himself out. Not going to be a caution. Remember, I said that those two guys were definitely going to remember that, and they did. That's the 45.
I think there might have been net code.
Sure, call it that.
Oh, there's some serious net code.
You always try to come up with the little easy ones. Kenny spun him, Dan. Come on, let's keep the ratings up.
Right. We got the drama. Oh, yeah, Kenny absolutely dumped him.
Yeah, Kenny did.
That good?
Yeah, there we go.
Sean takes over the lead.
Just like that, while we weren't watching, Sean Signor makes his move. He gets around Mark Sanchez. Question's going to be how far Sanchez is going to fall back. He is definitely going to have to make his decision. Mark, 0 wins on the docket for the season. Tonight is going to be the biggest one if he could pull it off. But right now, the G&G teammate of Kenny Powell, he's going to be pulling up high around the outside. Powell's looking, poking, probing, trying to find anywhere that he can get around that 29 car because he has got the 66 in tow. Sanchez, questionable line right there, but he is going to try to make it work here as he is kind of getting the roll-off. Better roll-off here off the turn. Drag race down the backstretch again. Not going to have enough to get it done. Diving to the inside, door closed. This is one of those tracks where it takes a couple of laps to actually make that turn as well. Lots of choices, but you definitely have to be very disciplined and patient when you're actually running through here because it's not always a good line. As the 24 comes down on the inside of the 29, that's going to move Mark back from first all the way back to third place in just a couple of laps. The 45, he's still back battling Bacon Zelenka, trying to get wheels back underneath his car as he fell from grace there. A little net code there between him and the 24 about 5 laps ago, and he has been battling back ever since right here in 6th place, just outside of the top 5. Mark Sanchez comes in, backs up bad. Shane Parrish almost contact. Almost good job. Wojcinski now kind of giving away as the 45 looks for a spot around the outside. Not going to have enough power to get it done. Diving back down to the inside now. But back up front, Kenny Powell doing everything he can to try to catch up to and past that 7 of Sean Signor. Signor running for his life here. She's been watching that 24 minimize that relative here for the last couple of laps. Kenny now starting to show to the inside, setting up a move. Will he have it? Not quite enough there. Couldn't get the bumper cleared. Now he's back up. The bumper is going to be to the door of the 7, and these two guys are going to be battling for the lead right here. Drag race down the backstretch. Powell's got enough to get it done. Comes down to the inside, holding his position, trying to get the drive off, keeping it tight to the inside. Pushes the 7 very high. 7's going to go wide around the outside. They're going to put it back together, come it into 4.
Oh, Mark was looking to send it 3.
Mark's definitely sitting here. He has got to do something because he's being pushed by the 66, but the battle for the lead is far from over as Powell still can't get clear of the 7 car. These two running side by side now, and you're right, Mark Sanchez feeling a little frisky there. He's got to try to find his way in.
I think Kenny's got it now. He does.
And then he bopped the wall coming off of the crossover. Now side by side for second place is Sanchez trying to make a duplicate move there, trying to get the 7-car high because the 66 is low as well.
Yeah, Sean definitely getting freight trained here, honestly.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Into
he hit the wall.
Caution's out for the first time. Hey, you picked him.
Oh no! Watson curse strikes again.
Too soon. Let's take another look at that as Sanchez just gets a little bit loose coming around the turn. And before you know it, he was along for the ride right there. Just gets on the brakes just a little bit there. You kind of see him a little bit disheveled here and goes right there. Still never got it back. That car just had a loose condition just all the way back from the turn before that one. And it just seemed like it never, ever got itself straight. Marginal contact with the wall. Think he's going to get that to buff out, though. He'll be on pit road here, Ricky Tick, as Powell posts up waiting on the pace car to get around. Now, Sanchez is going to be hoping that he did get a wave on that.
Did Kenny just tow? I think Kenny disappeared.
Kenny did just disappear.
He towed. What in the world? Championship implications.
Is there anything wrong with his car? And we are joined in the booth by Smoke. Kenny Powell, what happened, boss man? Saw you on the back of a tow truck.
Yeah, I'm going to decline an interview at this moment.
Okay. Roger. That was Kenny Powell.
Woof.
Yeah, probably bad juju right there. Not sure what took place. Let's take a look at that, see if we can come up with anything that occurred there on the 24 that actually affected him. Both the 29 and the 24. Ooh, Powell, looks like that's damage on the left front, doesn't it? You see, he is in the lead right here. Watching that lead car, Sanchez gets sideways. Powell goes on. He is still running. Caution's out. I'm watching, not seeing anything. No damage. Comes across the line. That's going to end the action. At this point, he was quite a bit ahead of the pace car, and I did see him stop here to check up to wait for the pace car. So what I'm assuming is maybe he passed the pace car. But look, we're back at it here, getting ready to go live. Lights off on the pace car. He is down and away. James.
I'm having issues getting the stream working. Okay, now it's
all right. I'm back.
I got it right now. It was just weird. Like everything went away when we were watching Kenny.
Back here watching Shane Signore. He is back up front getting it done here. Sorry about that. I ended up with a situation of my own.
Yeah, but we are back going. Shane Parrish out in front, leading over Sean. And right now, he is the one leading the championship battle. So Sean is more than happy to let him lead.
Yeah, definitely. Sean just kind of holds back, and you see the 19 of Jay Haney. He was not to be denied, actually getting the end of line, but he is all the way battled back into third place here. As farther back, you'll see that 45 of Bacon Zelenka. He is clawing his way back up into fourth place as Greg Wachinski comes in hard. Actually, was that Greg or Vincent? That was going to be the 5 of Greg Wachinski. Came in hard right there. Kind of got a little bit of shove action up the wall, and Bacon just like that now. He's going the wrong direction as he is battling with the 88. Jay Haney coming right up back in the 7.
There's nearly contact between Bacon and Gervais.
Greg Wachinski now coming high around the outside. He is going to pass Sean Signore. Not wondering what's going on with the 7 car, but kind of wondering what's going on. The 24 Kenny Powell actually has made it back out onto the race surface. He is 2 laps down, but that's not that big of a deal. Him being the only car that is a lap down, he'll be able to pick those up through the next 2 stage breaks there, getting the wave around. So not out of it just yet. Going to be fighting and battling here as we're just almost halfway through the first stage. Still lots of racing left to go.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him now, but he's still got time. As long as he can make it as the only car laps down as we get close here to the stage, he's not out of it.
Yeah, definitely. But look at Shane Parrish go. Shane and Greg, these 2 guys having virtually nothing to lose. Definitely going to let it hang out here tonight as Parrish comes up high. But Wachinski having himself a little bit of a jet underneath that 5 car tonight. He is definitely putting down, had the fastest lap time overall on that last lap. Still going to be digging into the back of that 66. And I think at this point, Shane's probably just going to leave him back there a little bit, maybe just kind of let him wear his tires out. Wachinski now diving down to the inside. He is actually going to make a move for the lead as he comes across the transition. Has a dominant position on the inside. Making his way all the way around just like that. Can Shane Parrish set himself up for a crossover, or is he going to let that 5 car ride? Looks like the 5 is going to ride.
Yeah, Greg is already starting to pull away. That 5 car looking real good right now.
Strong, looking real strong. And speaking of that, these 2 cars definitely on a breakaway together. They're driving off into the sunset as Sean Signore kind of laying back there. He's hanging out with the 19 of Jay Haney, not wanting to rush, not wanting to risk tearing anything up here because the stages don't matter tonight. I mean, the only thing that's going to matter for these guys is who wins this thing at the end of this thing.
Ooh. Not sure if one of those 2 cars might have got the wall. Not sure if it was Gervais or Vincent, but got really close. Dave has got a lot of speed tonight.
Yeah, indeed he does. Yeah, it's kind of fun watching these guys just come out here tonight and kind of race without any pressure. You know, you're not worried about winning, especially unless you're one of those 4 championship cars, one of which right now is being battled handily by the 19 of Jay Haney. Haney's going to get by the 7 of Signore. Sean just sitting and taking it easy. I mean, right now, he's just running its own race. He can just kind of stay out here and use these guys as a shield. You know, he knows exactly where the next contender is to him. That's going to be Bacon. He's all the way back in 8th place. Sanchez is in 9th, and then you got Powell, who's 2 laps down. Powell now caught up with the field. He is starting to work his way through there now. Just under 10 laps to go in stage one.
Oh,
It just turned
she's
into
making way up the track.
Turned into the Greg Wachinski show. So Greg's now roughly in a different time zone.
Yeah, Greg is starting to walk away. Meanwhile, Bacon in a little bit of a hornet's nest right here.
Yeah, definitely, indeed. He's got that 44 car, Randy Drumhood, who's kind of pulled up on him, and Paul Olsen. So that's letting me know right there that there's something amiss with that 45 car. And you said he was driving a bootleg setup tonight, right?
No, I believe that's Crow on the bootleg setup.
What?
47.
So what's happening to Bacon?
No clue.
Scratches head in wonderment.
Yeah, Vincent is having to fight through not having a good wheel right now. Having to jerry rig old G27 and trying to bring home the title with that.
Yeah, man, and I was sitting there bouncing off for 45, and yeah, he's in this usual setup. That just, shows that I'm out of touch. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. All right, nope, nobody.
Yes, sir. Some more Big Al karaoke.
Well, Duran Duran action for you there. What was that minute work? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Watching that 7-car run, doing everything that he can, but Powell has made his way all the way back through the field, and now he is getting ready to come nibbling onto the back end of that 7. So he makes his way, trying to make his way back up to the front. Just 3 laps left to go in the stage. But wow, what a comeback for Kenny Powell. That's going to be the story right there as the 43 car, Paul Olsen, finds himself down pit road, obviously short pitting the stage maybe. I don't know. But now that 45 car, he is going to put a little bit of a chink in Kenny's plans. Because what happens if the 45 car gets lapped? He takes that lucky dog.
Yeah,
see,
well,
this
Paul
is all
Olsen,
messing up Kenny's plan.
Yeah, Paul Olsen is a lap down right now.
And Olsen appears to be parked. Don't know if he'll be running anymore here. But yeah, quite a few contenders there starting to pop up for that lucky dog. And the 45 is in excuse me. Man, it's cold and flu season. Get your vaccinations. Stay away from those kids. Shane Parrish right now up front as he has gotten by the 5 of Wachinski and is now leading the 5 and the 45. Which not sure how that's going to play out here. With just 1 lap to go here. It'll be 1 lap to go once the leaders cross the line. So what does that do to Powell's lucky dog? He'll at least be able to stay out to get the wave around. But unfortunately, he will not be the lucky dog. And Shane Parrish continues to lead the field around.
Yeah, this is just going to be awful timing for Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, and it did not help him at all once Bacon started having trouble. All right, that's going to do it. Stage 1 in the books. Your stage 1 winner, Shane Parrish. Greg Wachinski, second. Third place, Jay Haney. We're going to take a step away, get a brief word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. And we are back. Please like, subscribe, ring that bell. Let us know what you're thinking. Stage 1 in the books. Lots of takers on pit road. Getting ready to sort this all out is Kenny Powell patiently waiting to get the waiver round. That is probably what he's going to be utilizing to set himself up for this next stage. How you feeling tonight, James?
This looks like Kenny did, in fact, take the wave around.
And he did indeed take the wave.
How well do you think he's going to be able to hold on with those older tires? Thankfully, we still have one more stage caution here to go. Do you think Kenny's going to be able to hold on and just keep it down to that singular lap down?
He has no choice at this point. He's just going to have to try to hold up and stay as close to the back of the field as he can and get through this stage. Hopefully there'll be a break where maybe he'll get a caution. If he does get a caution, then he'll get the lucky dog. But no matter what, he's going to have to keep his head down and keep fighting.
Though, hold on. It's showing Bacon still a lap down as well.
Green flag's out. Shane Parrish on the front, leading us through. Sean Signori. Got Mark Sanchez doing his thing, trying to make it back up in the line. Sanchez now being scored in 5th, as he did have to take an unfortunate trip to the back of the line.
Yeah, but thankfully for him, didn't seem like the car got messed up too much. You saw him make contact with the inside wall, but doesn't really seem like it affected this 29 car too bad, as Greg looking to the outside of Sean, trying to get back up to the lead, take over P2 from the 7.
The 45 car still continues to struggle here as Bacon finds himself way in the back of the pack. We weren't expecting that from him. Probably expecting to see that more from the 47 of Vincent Crow, but Crow now finds himself all the way up in P2.
Yeah, Vincent really starting to turn it around right now. Oh no, Sean's going around! He keeps it off the wall.
Caution's out.
Lucky Dog's going to be Kenny Powell then.
That's that caution that Kenny wanted to see. Let's take a break, step away. We'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And we are back just in time for the green flag. Green flag's out. Shane Parrish is on the gas and going. Kenny Powell's made his way all the way back around the field, and now he is battling against Sean Signori. Going to have to get past Sean. Didn't have to battle his way all the way up to find Crow. And then he's going to be looking for Mark Sanchez. Sanchez sitting right there in the third spot. So we got 2 up front, 2 in the back. That's the way it's stacked up right now. We're watching this thing as we're clean and green again. David Gervais kind of getting a little bit sorted out there, as he is all the way up into the 5th spot. Going to be challenged right now. So you got Jay Collins is going to be coming around. Jay with a little bit of a different, well, a lot of bit of a different paint scheme tonight.
Right. It's almost completely unrecognizable. At least from what I got used to.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it there until I was like, oh, that's Jay Collins. Jay's having a solid run as well. He's up to 6th place here tonight. Getting it done. Him and David been battling back against each other here for quite some time. And that is going to allow Greg Wachinski to move up into position next. He'll be trying to battle around Jay Collins himself. And the reason why that's important, because guess who's behind Greg Wachinski? None other than the 7 of Sean Signori and the 24 Kenny Powell. As these two guys are definitely trying to make their way back around through the field to get back up to the front, where they can join the other 2 guys that are in 2nd and 3rd place that are battling for this championship as well. But it seems to be. Go ahead.
I was just going to point out, it's interesting seeing them right behind Greg. You know, we saw him looking real good before we got that first caution, but now the 5 just doesn't seem to be as strong as it was.
You know, he'll get it back, and obviously he was in a different cycle there during that pit stop, during that run to the front. Didn't have enough to keep it, to manage it all the way through the end, though, as we saw that Shane just was able to reel him in and just kind of go by him. And I think that kind of maybe took a little bit of spirit out of the 5, so they had to go back, regroup. Looks like they're back now trying to make it work, as he's going to get and make a little bit of contact there with Jay. No harm, no foul. There goes more. Oh, Wachinski.
Oh, no.
Sideways.
Oh, what a save.
Actually able to pedal it and keep it going in the right direction, but I think that's exactly what we were talking about. Greg is battling somewhat of a loose condition there. Not actually able to track that car and keep it going in the direction that he wants. Did that open the door? Now Sean Signori is on the chase. And Sean and Kenny can smell the blood. They can smell the front. Now, they haven't been there for a while, but you best believe that that's one thing that's going to be driving these guys to get back up there, Ricky Tick. Shane Parrish, though, right now he is enjoying almost the longest lead that he's had here tonight, as he has got a full second over 2nd place there with Vincent Crowe. Watching that 24 car as he was rolling up onto the 7. And And a little bit of a change of heart there. He kind of dialed it back a little bit. Don't know what he actually saw.
Yeah, meanwhile, you see Sanchez not that far behind Vincent for the championship lead.
Yeah. In this stage, actually less than 10 laps to go in stage 2. Then we'll re-rack them and set them up again. And that's when I expect to see that's when they're going to have to make some decisions, because track position is going to matter just as much as not. You're going to want to be up front. You're going to want to be able to make those decisions. You know, you want to be able to make those decisions that affect the rest of the field. You don't want the rest of the field making decisions that are going to affect you. Powell now around Sean Signor. That's going to put Kenny up into the 7th spot. And now he has got Jay Collins in his sights. Jay, been a little difficult to pass. Will that be the tradition here, or you think he's going to kind of let Kenny roll? What do you think there, James?
Yeah, it definitely seems like he's got the bit between his teeth right now. Definitely curious on what's going on with that 7 car and why Sean doesn't seem to be cutting through the field as well as Kenny is.
Well, you know, and maybe Sean is just kind of like laying low right now, because this is only the 2nd stage, 3 laps to go before this one's in the books. You know, maybe he's just not showing his hand. He kind of like let these guys think that, you know, maybe they are a little faster than he is, because he has been comfortably hanging out there mid-pack or towards the back for the majority of the evening. And the 45 of Bacon, I have no earthly clue what's going on with Bacon's car.
Yeah, it seemed like it was all right early on in the initial run, but then all of a sudden it just kind of fell off a cliff. I don't know if he got damage that we missed, but that 45 car has not been okay for most of this race.
Yeah, definitely. That's an understatement. So watching the 88 and the 16 kind of get it done, Jay Collins and David Gervais, but up front, though, that's where the action is happening. Mark Sanchez doing everything he can to keep Vincent Crow in sight. But just like that, he himself was going to become a victim, because Kenny Powell has kind of shown up in his relative and relatively close. This last lap here coming in, that's going to be great for Powell as far as track position.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, that 24 is fast.
I picked him.
See? This guy.
Hey, I gave you an opportunity.
And you weren't happy about it.
Look, I gave you an opportunity. That's all I could do. Cautious out. That's the end of the stage. Just like that, wrapping it up. Shane Parrish backstage winner. See Vincent Crow 2nd, Mark Sanchez 3rd. We'll take a step away. We'll be right back. Guess who's back? Back again. Pace car's got the lights off. That means he is out of the way. Shane Parrish back in control of this thing. He's going to be leading us through that Geico restart zone. Long way around here. Watching the 45 cars. He is on pit road. Just got his lap back, but he pitted there at the end of that lap, so he'll get it back again. But no, that's it. That's it for stages. I mean, green. Shane Parrish is off and away here. The 66 car wasted no time getting it going. Mark Sanchez going to go a little bit high there as Jay Haney goes low. Sanchez trying to put it back together as he's got his G&G teammate. Here comes that 24 car, Kenny Powell. Powell going to be high around the outside trying to make it work. He's got the 7 car in chase here. There goes Sean Signor. These guys know now that it's go time. Now, they might have been a little bit off there. Oh, watch out there. Jay Collins into the back of Powell. Powell's going to go around. He hits the 7 car. No caution out right there. That's exactly what we're talking about. New paint scheme.
Major championship implications.
Yeah, new paint scheme, same OJ. Right there, buddy. That was interesting there. Two championship contenders there almost taken out there in one turn. Yep. And he kind of straightens them out there. And then, but unfortunately, the 7 car, he is going to get whacked, and he's going to send that right rear quarter panel into the wall. That's not going to buff out. As you see Powell now all the way back to the end of the field. So all of that work for nothing as it's all gone.
That is so frustrating if you're Kenny. That just... I don't really know who to put that on. You know, it's aggressive from Collins. Like you could say that Kenny kind of squeezed him, but also you can say that Jay was just not there at all.
You know, here's the deal. Week 4, week 5, yeah, you give that to Jay all day long. Not tonight. Tonight, you got to give the champions room. You know, you don't crowd these guys. Not tonight. It's only 4 guys around there that matters. You can race them. Race each other, race whatever, but just don't crowd them, if that makes sense. Give them room.
Yeah, and that's just 0% move right there.
Yeah.
They are going to be praying for a caution at this point.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the cars are dead. Oh, big moment for Paris. That was almost the caution they needed.
Yeah, Jay Haney's going to take advantage of that and roll right around the outside. But Parrish, they're out of sorts there big time, and that does send ripples through the pond. Powell got a sudden drive off. Not sure what happened there, but he was actually able to put some distance between himself and the 7. The 7 car not handling the best of its conditions right now as well, as he seems to be struggling just a little bit. Sanchez is back beside Vincent Crow. These guys battling for 4th and 5th. Kenny Powell's back up now into 8th place. Jay Collins has solidified himself a 3rd. '47 to Vincent Crow. He has got to get it engaged. Mark Sanchez is going to be chasing him, and these guys have just a little bit of time now before they're going to be re-approached by that 24 car and that 7 car. Not good luck there for either one of those two. And it seemed like the 7 was back. You know, it seemed like he actually had a good little, you know, mare underneath him. He had it reeled in, you know.
Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Parrish passes Haney to take the lead back.
Kenny Powell battles back up. He is in the 6th place now. He'll be trying to get up and catch up to the 47 and the 29. So, winner takes all no matter what. That's all everybody needs to know. The highest finisher is the one that takes it.
Yes, sir.
It's getting interesting then, boys.
Yeah. And look at that 24. He is not going away.
No,
In fact,
definitely
it looks
not.
like he's starting to reel in Sanchez.
He is definitely back on the move again, headed north, got the right momentum underneath him. And just like that, I'm watching Bacon. He's still off the pace just a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on with that car.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious here that Sean got the worst end of the deal with that. Because while Kenny is still rolling good, that 7 car is off pace. 3 seconds behind the next car in front of him, a Drum Miller.
Yeah, he definitely starting to feel it now. And that's just unfortunate for Sean, man. Maybe a car should have come out and be able to go back in there, maybe get those tie rods kind of straightened out a little bit, whatever ails that thing. But whatever it's on it now, it's just a little bit too much for him to be able to manage by himself. And that's just, what? But Powell definitely has it pointed in the right direction. And he keeps doing what he's doing. He is trying to catch up to that 29 and the 47. Been seeing a lot of wall contact tonight, James. What about you?
So far, the championship battles seem to have stabilized. No, none of the 3 really making any ground on each other. Just staying. Vincent 1 second ahead of Mark, who is 1 second ahead of Kenny.
Yeah, that's what you need right now. You just need to just have a little breathing room, a little wiggle room there. Yeah, because you're really not trying to. No one's in the process of trying to figure anything out. You only got 18 laps in this stint. You're going to be at least another 65 or so before you get to decision time. So it's about maintaining right now. Kenny's getting closer and closer to his G&G teammate, that 29 car Mark Sanchez. But just like that 47, he is engaged. And now, Vincent starting to put a little distance between himself and the crowd.
Yeah, these last couple laps for Sanchez have not been good. Kenny's run him down by about half a second plus here.
That's because Kenny not only has the fastest lap time overall, he had the fastest lap time that lap, being one of the only cars that was sub 27. Shane Parrish being the other, and David Gervais being the third. So for whatever reason, Kenny's not conserving right now. He is just simply trying to get around Sanchez and trying to reel in that 47 car because he understands that's going to be his best chance right now of a championship. Is getting up front. This is not the time to play it safe, especially having 2 guys on the ropes back there behind you. Yeah, you got to just keep swinging at this point. Because, who knows what's going to happen. You kind of got to make your own luck here, James.
Yeah, and there's still 100 laps to go. There is a lot left in this race. Anything can happen.
Yep, but I wouldn't want it happening in front of me. That's all I'm saying.
Amen.
I want it all happening behind me.
You want to look up into the mirror and go, "Oh, that's unfortunate."
Ooh, that poor guy. Yeah, you know it. I mean, and he had an opportunity to be up there, but somebody got him. Got him. So now he's trying to get back up there. And I can't. Kenny has had some bad luck here tonight. It's been a roller coaster. He's been up front to the back, up front to the back. Just hopefully he can get up there and make it count. I can't afford to lose him.
Yeah. Yeah, he will not be tonight. And look at that. Both of them are starting to reel in Vincent. Kenny is only 1 second behind Vincent while all up in the dirty air Sanchez.
Yeah, definitely. And man, in that 45 and the 7, they're gonna feel the life, the wind sucked out of their sail, because the next cars that they're going to hear about in a relative is going to be the leader. And I know how that feels when you hear that the leader is approaching. What? We're just halfway through this thing. What do you mean the leader is approaching? Like, no. That's bad juju, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, unless there's another caution that comes out, that's what they're going to be hearing here sooner than later.
Yeah, that 66 is just rolling right now. Even with his little half spin, he's still pulling away. Almost a second clear Haney.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get Shane some more buddies back here. Make this thing fast again. And definitely drag these guys up a little bit, make them race a little harder. Pile all over the back of that 29 car now. There it is.
Yeah, 3 of our championship 4 are separated by 9/10 of a second here.
The one's on pit road. Getting ready to go a lap down. And Sean bit that bullet. And when he knew that he was going to go a lap down, he just elected to go ahead and come in and get his car.
Yeah. I think it might be not quite a scheduled stop since that 7 car is still sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, he knew he was going to go a lap down. So at that point, you just come in and you get all of the damage fixed, and then you go back out there so you can at least try to be competitive. And that's what I believe, honestly, he's doing. Probably not the way he wanted to end his season. Definitely not the way he wanted to end his season. But championship implications all the way around, all night, as the 7 car pulls the plug, takes her home. He removing himself from the ceremony. Wouldn't be surprised to see old Sean come up here and hang out with us tonight. Especially if I can find him. But he is not in the building. But I guess that was just a lot of emotions there, James.
Yeah. And you understand what he's going through. If you've been in racing, on iRacing or real life, and you've been in a championship battle and you come up short, especially in Sean's case, getting hosed by a situation that he had nothing to do with it, just the innocent bystander kind of on the outside of it, and it just ends your championship hopes after such an incredible season, after such a long season too. Like it hurts. No one really talks about the grieving process of a championship battle and coming up short. Like it messes with you. It stings, and it takes a while to get through that, work through those feelings, and make peace with the fact that I didn't win it, and now I have to get up and get prepared to try to go through it again for the next season and try to change it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Just, yeah, it's rough. Now we got the three amigos. We got the 47, the 29, and the 24. Oh, and they make contact, and the 47's going to keep it going, but barely. Vincent Crowe. Oh, and then he comes back in the pile.
Oh, wow, and another great save from Kenny.
What was that? What just happened? We just saw the 47 kind of get into it there. Not sure what is going on, and the 46 goes down pit road.
Man, the hits keep coming for Kenny. Good Lord.
I mean, I don't know if we're eating peanut butter and jelly or if it's peanut butter and jelly time. I just don't know. Could we just see what happened there? Just real quick. Just because there's a lot to unpack right there. Oh, 9 to 47 is down behind pit wall. He was going in at a high rate of speed, and him and Kenny made contact right there just a little bit, enough to just enough to make him mad.
Kenny,
he just drove right through Kenny.
Well, you see, Kenny got the wall on the exit, which slowed him down.
Now.
Then he had to jump down to get off of it, and Vincent was already there.
Man, you ever heard of that movie, The Hills Have Eyes? We're kind of doing a different version of it tonight called The Cars Have Teeth and Switchblades.
I mean, hey, the Hills Have Eyes works well here too. We got Rattlesnake Hill right there.
Yeah, man, just lots to unpack right there. Lots going on. Still trying to figure this one out. Mark Sanchez now being scored in third place. He is the highest of our contenders. So it's just Vincent, Powell, and Sanchez, right?
Yeah, because I think it's clear that unfortunately the 7 has retired. So championship 4 is now the championship 3.
Here we go. Still sorting this one out. I was just kind of watching around. Still got quite a few cars left that are going to have to pit. That is going to have some type of impact on our field. Kenny Powell's already battled back up in the 5th place there, being separated just about a 5 car between himself and the 29. And Shane, well, Shane's in a different state.
Yeah, he's almost drove into New Mexico at this rate.
Yep. But it's definitely going to be a battle right here between the 29 and the 24. Vincent's actually already stopped, so he is on a completely different cycle, and he will be able to make it through to the way to the end of this thing. But he is actually out there now trying to build upon his future lead. How long do you think before we see the leaders, before you see, Kenny, Shane, Mark, Greg, when are these guys coming down the pit?
I don't know. That's the thing, is that I'm trying to figure out what the ideal strategy is going to be here. I feel like since tire wear isn't necessarily the worst, that the overcut could work pretty well here. But then again, I say that practically every week at this point.
Got you. The 47 and the 24 sharing the same space once again, this time uneventfully. As Vincent now is continuing his quest to get up to the front. Now he's coming up on the back of that 29 car. Chinsky, pit road. His pit stop having no effect on his two G&G counterparts.
Nope, they are focused on each other right now.
Do you think that odd though? Wouldn't you want to kind of stay together as a group?
Absolutely. Make sure that one of you two brings home the title.
They're going to do just that. 73 laps to go. The 29 and the 24 are going to keep doing what they're doing. The 47, he is trying to unlap himself as we speak. Still has quite a while to go to get around that 66 car. Don't know if he will even catch him. Jay Collins back out onto the street. He has already had his last pit stop.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what the 24 has up his sleeve strategy-wise.
What's going on? But remember, these guys, 19's down pit road. These guys still have to execute a perfect pit stop as well.
What do you always say, Miguel?
Hey, you drive for show, you pit for dough, baby. In this case, you're pitting for a championship.
Yeah, you're pitting for the big dough.
Pitting for the buck. Yeehaw. See what I did there? The dough and the buck.
Ha-ha.
One's got horns. Antlers, sorry. Hey, you know the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts?
I do not.
Beer nuts, about $2.99. Deer nuts, under $1. I'll be here all week, folks. I'll be here all week. Mark Sanchez still getting it done. Trying to lead this thing. He is in second place. Intently watching him and Kenny Powell watching this thing as the 47 car is trying to reel in that leader of the 66. And then the question's going to be, how is this going to shake out? Because the chase, the hunt will become the hunted. The chaser will become the chased. It's all going to happen. Sanchez now definitely getting into his groovy. Seems like he is done with that save mode there, and he's letting that 29 kind of hang out a little bit. We're starting to see some of that speed that he had there during practice. Action all around the racetrack here tonight, James. We're not really just centrally focused in one place.
No, and that is the one good thing about this new version of Phoenix is that it definitely promotes action, you know, all the areas that you can put your car. It gives you different ways to get around this place, and one of them will surely work over your opponent. And because of that, we see a lot of side-by-side battles and a lot of close racing. You know, it's really hard to drive away from someone here.
Yeah, lots of different angles, too, on this racetrack. You know, it's not a cookie cutter, you know, one is done race line. It's definitely a lot more than that. This place is eccentric. Watching this.
It's like Kenny is starting to fall off a mark just a little bit here.
Yeah, it's about time for him to start bringing that bad boy on down to get some pit lovins. Ooh, there's the 45. He's down pit road. We're going to start to run out of those that need to stop. So the 47 is still chasing the 66. Not been easy. Shane's definitely not making it easy on him. But we're looking at the difference there because that's about what's going to be once these guys get done with their pit stops. And this is huge gap between Parrish, Sanchez, and Powell.
Yeah, 11 seconds back to second and third.
You know, at some point, you're like, hey guys, hey, psst, let me talk to you over here for a second. I mean, Sanchez last lap, 27.9.
Oh, there we go. Kenny's down.
Yeah, Sanchez had almost a 28-second lap that last time. He is definitely at that point where he is starting to lose way more than he is gaining. He's bleeding out. Ultimately, he needs to come to pit road now. Hold the sign. Come to pit road now. Watching these guys. Got to be almost a pitch-perfect stop.
Sanchez is in.
On Drumhiller.
Parrish is bringing it in, too.
Yeah, it's time. Yeah, Randy Drumhiller and Mark Sanchez were looking like more like Raggedy Ann and Randy. They were both right around the 28-second marks on the laps. Like, you guys have definitely got to do something. You can't do that here, man. Not when you got guys running in the 25s and you're running a 28. That's 3 seconds. You're not going to make that kind of time up.
No. But now it's going to flip. The guys that have brought it in are going to have much fresher tires than those that pitted early.
Now remember,
so like
though,
you said, the chase was going to be the chase.
About the only person that's had experience running that length right there is going to be Kenny. I mean, I don't know if they've been doing that in the A Opens or not, but these guys are going to carry this thing the weight of the green flag. And Kenny, you know, he had that extended stage there through stage 1 where he wasn't actually. No, he didn't. So he actually did kind of pit on time as well. So yeah, they're going to be entering into the nether regions. Nether regions. 57 laps to go. That's a haul. Definitely understand why they left a big chunk. You know, they ate that chunk out of it while they could. Because having to manage a set of tires for that long, you think Vincent Crowe right now, he's already got 29 laps on his tires. So by the time he gets towards the end of this thing, if he even could, you know, his tires are going to be shot. There's no way he can. Am I wrong?
Oh, sorry, Big Al. I'm just watching this. We got battle between these two. Sanchez trying to take the track position back.
Yeah, Sanchez is going to have to make that move while he's still fresh. But these two, they can't get caught up in racing each other, man. They're going to have to be the Wonder Twins and work it out if they have any shot at catching the guys in front of them. Now, I don't think the 47 is going to be an issue because, like I said, he's already got 31 laps on his tires. You add 54 to that, you know, you're talking, 95 laps he'd have to run on this stage, and that's at the end of the fuel window. So he definitely be running the long run on that. I'm just trying to figure out these strategies. Mark Sanchez right now leading the way.
Yeah, and they've got 17 seconds to eliminate from them to the championship leader, Vincent Crowe.
See, it goes back to what I'm saying. I'm doing the math. Vincent right now, 33. There's 52 to go. That puts him at 85 laps on his equipment at the end of this thing. I mean, we've seen the fall off. I saw the fall off with almost half that, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, they just cut, in the last 2 laps, they've cut 2 seconds off of Vincent's lead.
Yeah, and he's only going to get slower at this point. I mean, he was already running 27, almost 5s right there on this last lap was a 27.467. Wow. Sanchez 26.279. Sanchez is a full second faster.
Here we go, battle for the lead. Oh, we got a
That changes everything. That changes everything. The 46 car is slow. The 46 car is slow. Not sure if he was in it or not. And just like that, lots of takers on pit road. This guy's wasted no time to actually bring it in. Sanchez, Powell, the 47.66. Hey, guess what, guys? We're going to have ourselves about a 50-lap shootout here for the championship.
Oh, baby.
And everybody's going to be lined up. It's going to be run what you brung. Now they got the 88-5. Some of these guys stayed out. David gets the lucky dog, gets the wave around. He'll get one of his laps back. Wachinski will not gain favor, nor will Jay Haney. Okay. Looks like we're going to have Parrish. It's going to be Wachinski, Haney, Parrish, Pro. That's going to be your starting 4. seeing Chinsky, Haney, Parrish, and Crow, which is what I said. Won the green time to double them up. Lights off on the pace car. We're getting ready to make this one stick, baby. This is going to be the one.
Now the big question is this going to be our last caution? Are we going to keep straight to the end?
No, caution's pre-caution, so definitely not. Lights off on the pace car off the track. It's in Wachinski's hands now. He elected to go high right now, so Wachinski on that high side, waiting on the green flag, which is not going to come for at least another turn. Gervais making his way back around at the tail end of the lead lap. He will be back on the lead lap as well. Green flag's out. Wow, bunch of sleepers on that flag, especially on that front row. Allowed Parrish to get a solid run. That's going to put us 4 wide going in the turn. Wachinski backs out. The 47 goes. The 19 stalls. Kenny Powell finding himself almost in a 3 wide situation. He is caught up in traffic high as well as Wachinski's going to be in front of him. Nowhere to go. A little bit of frustration is going to start to mount because right now in front of Wachinski's the 19 of Haney. Meanwhile, up front, you got the 29 and the 47 that are gone. That right there cost Powell an immense amount of time there as he was caught up in traffic. Vincent Crowe wasting no time. He is on the run. Crowe doing whatever he can do on board equipment even. And he is trying to make this thing stick. He is holding it to the outside. Powell still in a little bit of a deficit there. Sanchez remounts and tries how to figure out how he's gonna mount a counter.
Yeah, right now Mark is Kenny's best friend just in the sense that he's hoping he can start battling with Vincent and slow both of them down so he can catch back up.
And these guys are pretty close on time there as far as, who's faster. Sanchez is going to be faster by Mark, but I don't think if he waits too long, I think he's going to lose that edge. So believing that Sanchez's go time is now, he's going to have to get around Crowe. And that way it'd be easier to defend this position than it's going to be to try to attack later.
Especially with the dirty air as these tires wear.
There he is.
Here he goes. He's looking. Big set for Mark.
He is at the door trying to hold it there at the bumper, still trying to make it work. Oh, Vincent with a solid drive off. Mark's got to remount, get ready for the counter. Comes in this time a little hard in on the brakes, has to go high. Watch him try to come back down low this time as well. I think he lost a little bit of his momentum. Kind of got checked up behind Vincent there with his brakes a little bit. Powell doing everything he can to try to get around the 45. Now he shows a bumper. It's going to be up to the door. This is the last car he has got to get around, and this is going to be a lap car.
Yeah, he's been fighting with Bacon for the last quite a few laps.
Yeah,
whoa!
And Bacon, what are you doing? I mean,
Bacon's still sideways.
Do better, man. I mean, come on, guys. I'm a no BS kind of guy, but that whole display right there from Bacon was just trash. It was trash, garbage. Do better.
Yeah, you do wonder because it seemed like Bacon was racing him pretty hard, and that's never the issue. But when you're 3 laps down, you do kind of look like
it's unjustifiable. You're not even in this. I mean, we've been talking about you at the back end of this thing the whole time, and now you want to get your name called out for all the wrong reasons. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm non-biased, folks. I just call it like I see it. Parrish still dominating this thing from the front, as he has been. Now Crow trying to do everything he can to try to reel Parrish in. And this is going to be the toe right here, because Sanchez and Crow are going to be battling eventually. They haven't done it right yet, but it's coming. Sanchez driving deeper and deeper into those turns there, trying to get his momentum up.
Yeah, and you gotta give some mad credit to Vincent. He's definitely worked on that 47 car throughout the race. He was not quite running where we would have expected him in the early parts of the race, but when it's mattered the most, when it's clutch time, chips are down on the table, that 47 car has found the speed that he needs to put himself in position to bring home this crown.
Oh yeah, indeed. And he is in that position right now. Definitely got to be loving the position that he's in, because, I mean, he gets to defend, and he's essentially defending the championship at this point.
And with the way this car is, you want to be in that defensive position. You don't want to be on offense, because more times than not, it feels like being on offense is fighting a losing battle.
Indeed.
Dirty air is the great kryptonite, and you want to be the one controlling it.
Yeah, pretty consistent lap times up front as well between Crow and Sanchez. Powell, fastest overall that last lap. He's kind of utilizing whatever he can to kind of close that gap. '29 still dancing around, trying to poke, trying to find any chink that he can find in that armor. And Vincent's strategy call, it did work out. That long run on the strategy just worked out in his favor, because, you know, there was a caution.
Yeah, and it gave him the track position he needed.
Sanchez, he's definitely starting to he's winding it up a little bit. You can just see as he's starting to kind of pick lines and just visualizing exactly how that car is gonna rotate. Because he's kind of found himself in a situation now where he's kind of in a pickle, because he's got Kenny Powell right behind him. So it's no longer just an issue of him trying to pass Vincent Crow. It's a bigger issue of him trying to defend his position as well now. Because I can only imagine, as hard as these guys have been racing down there tonight, there's not going to be much of a difference between that same, line of race between the 24 and the 29. I've talked to these guys numerous times through the season, and whether it's been a race on the line or a championship, they are always aligned at an inception. But once once it's time to make a decision, they've all made their decisions. That is all about themselves.
Yes, sir. Only one gets to hold on to the championship.
Hey, what did they give away at this race here? What are we getting at Phoenix? You get a cactus. Sanchez is still trying to dive down to the inside. I don't know.
Worse, a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I'd say part ownership of their hockey team, but that's no longer located in Phoenix. So, just like the team that joke moved to Utah.
Yeah, they're having a hard time trying to keep that rink, keep that ice.
Honestly, the ice is a lot better than you'd think being in the middle of the desert.
I know. I was just trying to be funny, and it wasn't.
And I've tried to continue the conversation and talk about it to people who may not know.
Hey, my jokes are so much funnier when I tell them to dumb folks.
I'm just happy because that means I'm not dumb.
Well, you do kind of melt the ice in my joke, Powers still getting it done. Got the 47 rolling there. Sanchez has been trying to get around, but now he's got bigger problems. This Powell is starting to poke on him. Powell looking for any opportunity he can. Now he's going to dive down to the inside, and he is trying to get there because he is going to try to get around Mark Sanchez. Sanchez no longer just battling for the lead. Now he's fighting for his life.
Yeah, our championship 3 separated by less than half a second. This is what we wanted.
Yeah, you can see Powell as he's kind of setting him up. That one time that Sanchez doesn't get that block on him where he's going to try to overdrive him into the turn. That's kind of how that's going to look. And he's really got to go now because he's not going to have time to sit for another 5-10 laps and battle with Sanchez and then have enough time to say even attempt to catch or get around Crow. So the issue here, no matter which one of them is going to do it, they got to start doing it now because the longer Crow sits up there, it just becomes the crow's nest.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one.
It's good.
Yeah, I've been having a bad couple of months, folks. So I got to applaud me everywhere I can. Applaud yourselves, too. Seriously, thank yourselves. Right now, Sanchez taking the best looks that he is being given. The Crow not trying to give any good looks. He's keeping that distance that he needs. Sanchez has not been able. Oh, Sanchez into the wall there, just a little sparky. That just shows you how hard he's throwing that thing around.
Yeah, look at that. This is the closest he's been to Vincent.
He's still not quite close enough. He has got to get there up to the bumper and then to the door of that 47. That is going to be the starting process of passing.
And time's wasted. We are under 20 laps to go in the season.
What are you waiting on? It's go time, baby. It's go time. Your whole season coming down to this moment right here. You get to decide, because remember, there's no second place. You're just a loser like everybody else.
Nobody remembers who finished second.
Yeah, just get over it. You're the winner or you're just a loser. Powell still looking, waiting patiently. Patience running out to 29, trying to figure out how he is going to make a move. He's got to get around Vincent Crow. Both sets of tires are waning. Shane Parrish driving off into the sunset. Shane not even concerned in his relative with these guys. But these guys, they're fighting for everything back here. Powell now has a little bit of company as well. He is falling back from the 29, and he is actually now going to have to deal with Jay Collins. You can best believe Collins, as he's demonstrated tonight, he is not going to play with kid gloves when it comes to Powell. He is going to give him the full Monty. So Kenny has got to be ready. Sanchez feeling a little...
Oh, Vincent wiggled. That might be Sanchez's opportunity. He's looking to the inside. Oh, there's contact. This has to be the stand of a lifetime from Sanchez here. This is his moment. Oh, Vincent.
Come on,
Vincent's the one who sent it.
Rotate. Sanchez not going to get enough to get the drive
Oh,
off.
it gets loose, and Kenny's going to be right there on his door.
Here he goes again. Powell coming high around the outside, trying to make it work. As Sanchez gave it everything that he had, just didn't have enough to keep the deal going. Now Powell definitely seems eager to throw his hat in the ring. He's like, come on, Mark, you had your chance. Let me get mine. Powell now coming down to the inside. Is he going to be clear? These two come up side by side. Powell not going to be able to keep the bumper in the dumpster. He is going to have to let him ride by, but just like that, Crow also checks up, gives everybody just a second fading of hope. This is quite the battle that we got going on. 3 wide for the championship right here. 3 abreast, not 3 abreast, but back to back to back. 3 guys racing for the championship. Less than 20 laps ago, 13 laps ago, coming up on 10. Couldn't got a better setup, a better situation, and a better group right here. This is what this season comes down to. Parrish long out of the way. He'll be celebrating before these guys get back to the house, which is okay. Sanchez once again sends it in too hard. That's going to give Powell a look. Powell's looks are fewer and far in between as Sanchez is starting to lose valuable ground on that Vincent Crow car. Sanchez is going to drive it in hard right here, almost coming off of the wall there. That line's not going to work this time, but Powell, he is going to be looking. Right now, he is trying to, Sanchez closes the door. Powell loses all of his momentum. Definitely going to have to set that one back up again. Sanchez now, he is going to try to drive it down. These guys are trying to drive it harder and harder into the corners as there are 10 laps to go. 10 laps left in the season. This battle not going to be over anytime soon. Sanchez just losing a little bit more of a grip. Powell pulling more in on the corner. Still can't close the gap. Sanchez can't close the gap. Man, it's hard to pass here.
Yeah, you worry if that opportunity was the last chance we were going to see for anyone to try to get by this 47 car.
Could have been it.
It's just an incredible send from Vincent. Like, he knew that he needed to stay on the outside. Oh, Mark just got the wall.
Yeah, Mark's been making, quite the amount of incidental contact with that wall throughout tonight, and every time it kind of.
Oh no, he's going around!
Sanchez is sideways. That's not going to bring
got
out
the
a
wall.
caution.
It
Caution's
is.
out, and he did hit the
Wow.
wall. This is going to change everything.
That it is.
Not knowing just how hard Sanchez hit that wall.
That looked
That's
pretty.
what we'll be waiting to see right here. Like I said, he's been driving it in there. And those tires, plenty of heat. And then what they're going to do, they're going to get soft, and they're going to go sliding. And right there, he tried to drive it in, and she went the wrong way. And right here, he's on those tires hard, and he makes solid contact with the left front. That right there is going to make the nose bleed.
Yeah, that left front is pushed in. But he had to give it all he had. He gave it all there was. That's all you can do at this point.
Who's got tires? Powell coming in. Everybody's coming in. There's going to be a 7-lap shootout here to make this thing official. The 45 is staying out. He'll get one of his.
Oh my goodness, Shane Parrish, black flag.
No way. Don't say that.
Black flag. He just
What?
mentioned it. He's like, it glitched out. I got a 30-second stop and hold.
Oh, wow. That's going to move the 66 back quite a while. And that's really going to make this a shootout here for the season. Powell, solid pit stop. It's going to put him in the catbird seat. Sanchez still at the house. Going to put him at Mimas, watching the championship. And it's going to come down here. You know, whether you're ready for it or not, it's going to be a direct shootout between that 47 and that 24. And if you know, like I know, 24 does not go into 47, so don't even think that's going to be a part of it. Not an option. Sanchez still down. Now he's off and away. He's going to have just a little bit of time to work with there. Obviously, not able to get all of the damage fixed on his car. Trying to do the best he can. We're going to be 4 laps to go on this thing. Once we get to the line, this is going to be the biggest, the fastest, the loudest, the most important 4 laps of the season in the ISCA. And all going to be about who takes that green flag the best. We saw that last restart that we had literally caught the front row sleeping. Shane Parrish actually able to drive all the way down on the inside, take the lead and run away with it. Pace car out of the way now. Crow and Powell going to be stacking this thing up. This is skinny.
Boy.
And the green flag's out. Kenny Powell wasting no time, diving down to the inside, trying to get a solid run. Vincent Crow's going to come down even deeper, but Powell gets the drive off into turn 1. Now he just has to keep it going. Crow coming in. Crow is going to be wanting to show him that bumper. Powell's going to have to be steadfast right here. Coming into the turn again, closing that door, keeping Crow from getting the advantage, looking down on the inside. Powell now, solid run off, doing everything he can to keep Crow at bay. Crow going to be looking down. Oh, Crow coming high around the outside.
It's not going to work. It's going to lose him a lot of ground.
Lost a ton of momentum there, but watch and see if he can make it up. He has been known to send it into the turns, especially when he's got good years on that thing. 2 laps to go. Kenny Powell, if anybody can lose this, it's Kenny. So Kenny definitely going to be tight in that seat, trying to do everything he can. Crow closes it again, just a little bit too tight, not actually able to make it stick or get the drive off. Powell definitely enjoying what he's seeing right now. Just a couple more times around here as he comes through the turn. He's going to set this one up. This is going to be a drag race. Drag race through the tri-oval. Here we come. Powell into 1. Crow understands right now that this is going to be his chance going into 3 and 4. Drag race down the backstretch. Going to try to send it. Oh, he sends it too much, and he's going to definitely smoke the tires, lose momentum. Going to be in danger there of losing that. 1 to go. Kenny Powell, he's going to be your winner. He's your champion. I always miss that. Hey, you look. Mine still says 1 to green over here, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, he would not be denied. You saw him. He fought so hard. He got turned around all kinds of different ways. He fought for that one.
Yeah, definitely going to be ready for that interview now. That is no doubt, man. We're going to watch him burn this thing down. And look, it just works out so great for us because we don't. I mean, the winner is the champion. That's really, wow, way to go, guys. Watching Kenny get his final burnout end of the season, this one definitely has to be the sweetest one yet. I picked him. Kenny Powell, your 19, 20, 24, 25 season winner. All of that, burning it down. We're going to take a step away. We're going to be right back here with our champion and the rest of the night's podium. And we are back with our post-race show. I'm Big Al, your host, joined in the booth right now by none other than Mr. Jay Collins. Jay Collins, Big Al up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, this one probably a little bit of an emotional one for you guys there as you kind of came into this thing swinging and you went out kind of spinning. So what happened there at the beginning of it?
I went off my NIS set, and of course the league is different than NIS with the way the track is and a track state and all that stuff. I did practice, it felt good, but the car seemed like it kept getting looser and looser. And I made a tire change on that last pit stop before I spun, and it was wrecking loose like 35 laps in, and I come around, it was like I could just feel my wheel just getting lighter and lighter and lighter, and there was nothing I can do. You know these cars, once they get loose, they're going around, so
you're along for the ride.
The best thing to do is not try to save it, so.
Definitely some intense moments down there, though. I saw you and Kenny kind of get in a little bit of a shoving match earlier on. That was pretty sporty. You guys exchanged pleasantries over that one?
Me and Kenny didn't. Yeah, I got a good run on entries, and of course he was trying to block it. If you're talking about lap 75, I think it is. And on my end, it just seemed like my car could roll that whole corner really good, and Kenny's couldn't. And it seemed like he kept coming down and down and down. It finally just turned him. Unfortunately, Sean was right there, and you know, I hate that I took him out. We're good friends, but yeah, that's part of racing.
Yeah, definitely, indeed, part of racing, man. But you were actually able to battle back, and it didn't really seem like you guys were in the mix of things. But then we look up, and there's Jay, man. You're right in the thick of things, and heck, you had a good shot at it. You brought it home third.
Yeah, I that last pit stop, I tightened a mess out of it, just because we were running out of laps, and knew that the tires really didn't matter. So we made up a lot of time there. So yeah, the car was really good, except it was on my end that I made it that way. Probably should have left it. You know how us drivers are. We want it as fast as possible, but it is what it is, and we brought it home third. I thought for a while there that we did have the fastest car, but it never shows to that last lap.
Well, you know, you did have the fastest lap overall, and one of the only laps that was sub 26. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, like I said, I've been running A Opens and the NIS, so I've had time to tinker with it and stuff like that, and it just I've run it through Motec too, so car was pretty. And I know this is the last race, and I wanted to be good here, because all the rest of the guys, this was a good field, really, and so I didn't want to be an embarrassment.
Well, you definitely showed out, brother. Good run on you. Who you shouting out here tonight for your third place finish overall?
Well, I want to apologize to Sig or Sean for his run, but all the help from him and sponsors that helped me, and Jesus, he's the reason why I'm here.
Gotta shout out Jesus. Well, congratulations to you once again. As I always say, don't party too hard. And we won't see you next week, but we'll be waiting to see you soon.
All right, buddy. Thank y'all for all you done.
Hey, thank you. That was Jay Collins, your third place finisher. Next, I'm going to kick it on over to James Watson, and he'll be standing by with none other than Vincent Crow.
Yes, sir.
Don't see much.
Yeah. Huh.
All right.
Yeah, can't say I blame him.
So here we are, the man, the myth, the hour. James, you want it?
Alrighty, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Kenny, the man, the champ. You got me in the booth.
Wow. Yeah, I got you.
Well, I don't want to say I called it, but when you got yourself back up into the fray after losing those 2 laps, I'm like, that is a man possessed, and I don't know if they're going to be able to hold him off this time. You drove phenomenally. That 24 car was hooked up tonight.
Yeah, it was. And it was kind of a plan, a long time in the making. It wasn't just Phoenix. Throughout the season, I kind of held back, didn't show exactly what I had. I mean, of course, I want to win, but I didn't race as hard as I possibly could have. And I was definitely, hoping or to make sure I got in the top 4, so I'd be in this spot, and had Phoenix on the calendar for a long time. And I put my time in, and I really felt good about it. And then after, it wasn't when I lost the laps. Well, yeah, I felt really good about it when I took the lead. And then, y'all brought me up in the booth. That was a mistake.
Yeah, real quick, take us through what the heck happened. Why did you stop and tow?
A complete mistake. I got the lead. Caution came out. I'm waiting on the pace car, and it says, it says catch the next car. So I was racing around the track catching the next car, and then I get right there at the pit road, and it changes and says wait on the pace car. So I stopped to wait, and then it's dangerous to stop on the track somewhere. So I thought I mic'd up and to tell everybody I was stopped at the entrance to pit road, and instead of hitting my mic button, I hit my tow button. And
wow,
so I was fuming to myself at the moment.
Really? We couldn't tell.
So that once I got those 2 laps back, it wasn't even then, but I was I got bumped. I'm not sure what time in the race, but I got bumped twice in the race that put me, several spots back. And I was able to race back up to Mark and Vincent. And when I did that twice, I knew I had something that and I was hoping for the longer run. The longer run was going to help me. And then, of course, the short caution comes out and makes it a sprint race, which I didn't like as much. But feeling confident. I knew 2 tires was an option. So that was definitely my go-to on the last pit stop there.
And it worked to perfection. And just take us through the emotions and what was going through your mind as you're driving up to take the green flag on that last caution, knowing it's like, okay, it's in my sights. I just have to not screw this up.
That's exactly what was going through my mind. Just do the same thing you've done every lap. Don't, run. I was telling myself, run 99%, not 100. Not 120. Can't mess this one up. And man, I can't believe it. It's, Vincent and Sean all season long have been the cars. Like I said, I didn't race as hard as I could against them, so really kind of didn't know. But it's been a good season, and appreciate all those guys for participating. Everybody that participated.
Yeah, you basically went kind of full Penske right here. You didn't put up the gaudy numbers in the regular season, but when it mattered the most, when the championship was directly on the line, that's when you showed your speed, and that's when you were the best.
Whew. Yeah, what a relief.
Yeah. And just one last question. What is the stress level like going into this race this week, knowing that all the hard work from such a long season is culminating in this moment, these 2+ hours right there in front of you?
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking because this track can be a lot like Martinsville as far as being at the wrong place at the wrong time and getting caught up into something. But you can't worry about that. You just gotta prepare yourself and put your mind to it, hit your marks, and run the best race you can, which I did for the most part, except for hitting that tow button.
Well, my friend, it was a damn good season, a damn good race. You're the champion. Who you got to thank for helping you get to the top right here?
First and foremost, I'll say God. First and foremost, God. My team, G&G, always there. We support each other throughout the year and keeps iRacing fun. I appreciate them. You guys in the booth. Definitely, this whole season wouldn't happen without the support of you guys, Kobe down in the truck, everybody that raced with us. And I'll have to shout out Moza. I got a new Moza wheel this season. It's awesome. I love it. So shout out to them too. Vincent, you should get a Moza. I'll shout that out. Vincent was racing, with half an arm behind his back tonight, I think, because he had some wheel issues. So I'll shout that out too.
Alrighty, well, we sure do appreciate you, and well, I guess hopefully we're talking to you next season.
Sounds good.
All right, that was Kenny Powell with Mr. James Watson. James, in closing, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, this was the championship race that, I think we all hoped for. We saw it was unfortunate what happened to Sean, but we saw three of the four nose to tail for pretty much the entire race, especially right there at the end. That is exactly what you want to see. That's exactly what you hope for. That's exactly the whole point of why this format exists, just so we can see that moment where the four best, unfortunately this time three best, are directly throwing haymakers at each other for the ultimate prize. For a championship deciding race, this is what we hope to see. It delivered. It did not disappoint.
Yeah, definitely couldn't have said it better myself. One of the best finishes, definitely not only of the season, but of the year. And speaking of the year, that's going to bring us to a conclusion. Thank you all that joined in, that made this thing a success. Thanks for all of our sponsors. Thanks to all of the drivers' families. Thanks, first off, to God foremost. Thanks, Kobe, for pushing those little buttons in the back. Thanks, Kenny, for giving us a place to do it. Thanks for all of those assistants that we had running through here this year, especially you, James. And you know what? Let's do it all again. Let's make a promise. We'll be back here at the beginning of the season, and we'll get through the next one together. Congratulations, Kenny, for doing all that you do and all that you did. Big Al, out.
I found the ISCA after I'd been in the service for a long time. I'd been in iRacing for well over a decade, and spent most of my time in NASCAR series, a lot of fixed racing for the most part, and really just got to a point in my iRacing career where I really wanted to get involved in open setup racing versus fixed, partially because I was just looking for a little higher level of competition, maybe a little cleaner driving, and maybe get away from some of the challenges that go along with fixed racing on the service. And it took me a while as I was really searching out leagues, because I kind of had a very specific thing I was looking for. A, I wanted to be an established league. B, I just really wanted clean, quality drivers to be racing around. And once I found the ISCA, I found out really quick that it was going to check all those boxes, and I've been with the ISCA